Rob Lamb. I'm Cloud Business Director for EMC in the UK and Ireland. EMC is a large technology provider. So EMC's cloud offerings, we have a number in the cloud space. We focus on helping our customers with on-premise private cloud, so starting to automate and orchestrate their workloads to reduce the effort, but also for certain workloads then actually be able to broker that out to public cloud if appropriate. What we're starting to see, particularly with Virtustream, which was an organisation we acquired last year, that customers are very, very comfortable putting their mission-critical applications into a public cloud like Virtustream, as long as it's appropriate. If you put mission-critical applications into a lot of public clouds, you don't get the hardware resilience that those applications need. So it's about picking the right landing site for your workload. So EMC operates in a slightly different fashion from a lot of technology companies. We have what we call the federation of EMC companies, which is EMC, VCE, VMware, Pivotal and RSA. And between us we cover the whole gambit of private cloud, automation, cybersecurity with RSA obviously, and converged infrastructure. Cloud's changed the business in a number of ways, both for the technology suppliers but also for consumers. Obviously the end user, so in our private lives we've probably got more compute power and access to more compute than most enterprise customers let their staff have today. That's a challenge. They've all now got to provide their customers, their users, with that seamless cloud experience. And obviously technology companies like ourselves strive to enable them to do that. I think the market will continue to evolve. On the vendor side, there's a continuation of consolidation, but also on the consumer side, people are now starting to have to think about where their data sits. So cloud is still absolutely an appropriate technology, but for an awful lot of companies, they've realized that private cloud is probably, for many of their workloads, a better option than public cloud. So what we'll start to see is really, I think, the emergence of probably true hybrid cloud, where customers are positioning their workloads dependent on certain criteria. So cloud's an interesting one. Everybody screams we want the agility, but we are concerned about security threats. I tend to advise customers that actually most cloud providers are a safer bet than you're securing it yourself. 2015 was the year of data breaches, as we saw in the media, and actually if you look under the covers of pretty much all of them, they were from internal systems. So I don't see security threats really as customers' biggest challenge with cloud. It's more about how do you make sure your data is, in the case of EU data privacy, etc., in the right place. In terms of EMC's portfolio, yes, we're definitely moving to more of a software company than a hardware company. We have significant investments in virtual editions of our products that can just be run in a VM. I wouldn't like to put a line in the sand as to a date as to when we'll stop making hardware. Everybody said the mainframe would be dead 20 years ago, and it still isn't. So, but definitely we are now making all our products available as virtual versions. So definitely the uses of software are changing. You'll continue to see the traditional block for transactional applications, but you'll see also an increasing consumption of object stores and APIs. Particularly the more cloud native applications that people develop, the more they want to hook into APIs and consume storage in that fashion rather than the traditional file and block. So big data, I don't particularly like the term big data, because big data can either be large data sets or it can be an awful lot of very small data sets. Both have their place. I think we'll continue to see a rise in the volume of data generated by wearables, sensors in the home, you name it, it's probably recording information about you as you go about your day-to-day life. More and more customers are asking us for help around how do they monetize that data? How do they create a data lake that will enable that to be interrogated from multiple sources and applications? So we have a very strong portfolio in the converged infrastructure appliance space. VCE is the Converged Infrastructure Division for EMC. Already in production and general availability is the Federation Enterprise Hybrid Cloud, produced on a vBlock. It's EMC Viper for software-defined storage, and then the VMware vRealize suite for the automation, orchestration, metering and chargeback. That provides what IDC will call Platform 2, Gartner will call Mode 1, but for your traditional VMware-based applications, readily available and very quickly deployed. Moving forward, we will have a number of converged solutions around OpenStack, amongst others, that again provide customers with that level of automation and orchestration, but a choice of operating system.